mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the 22nd day of December, 2011, on this Thursday edition. I have some of the biggest news I've ever broken on this radio show today. It began to break yesterday when one of our callers, who's called in with a lot of really good tips because her husband works in the Department of Defense. We interviewed him last night. She said, listen, you didn't look at the right area in the documents that I've been sending you. It talks about Blue Force awareness and how the military mans the FEMA camps and how the rest of the American people are the enemy. And we went and got the documents off the federal government website, and within an hour of it being posted at Infowars.com with links to it, they pulled it. They pulled it. First, they started altering the document in live time. We have the earlier one. And then about by the time I'd talked about it on the radio, but hadn't even done an official piece on it yet yesterday in the afternoon, while we were still on air, by the end of it, they'd changed dates and removed things. This is in live time on the big federal government, Homeland Security, Department of Defense contracting website. And then by about an hour and a half after the article had been out at about 6 o'clock Central, 6 p.m. Central, Aaron Dykes and I worked feverishly on top of doing the nightly news to get that out. They removed it completely and put a notice about do not post classified information, if you're a federal employee issuing contracts, implying that it was classified. And I've seen that in contracts before where it's public, then they classify it again. But super creepy. And I did notice, though, I didn't see yesterday, biggest thing ever in all this, the comments. There's like 400 of them there. I've scanned through them. The comments are almost universally saying, whoa, this is big, especially veterans, current military folks in Afghanistan going, this Blue Force, Red Force, all these designations, transponders, this is what we do with the enemy. And I remember being at urban warfare drills in Temple, Texas, in Oakland, California, and other areas, and footage sent to us by listeners all over the nation. The Marines, when they practice taking over a town, the mayor, the police chief, the Boy Scouts in some cases are wearing transponders. They're running around tattling, spying on the militias and gun owners and all these drills. Now it's just admitted that we're the enemy. Real Americans are the enemy. The globalists have a problem, though, because the military's awake and understand what's happening, more and more of them. So it's just off the charts that everybody who doesn't have a transponder badge, terrorist. For the drones, going back even 12 years ago. This is in Police State 2000, but I have then all the raw footage. I've got to, I've got to dig into that bend before all those VHS tapes go back, because I shot that on VHS before I even got the money to buy a digital camera, a DV cam for like $5,000. I had to save my money and couldn't even buy that then. But I was shooting it on VHS. A used camera I bought for like $100. That's how much money I had even like in 98, 99. And I've got all the raw footage of them giving us a tour, and they've got this Humvee with this big robot 50 cal gun on top of it, maybe been above 50 cal. I've got to pull a video up. And they're talking about, yeah, we can target the insurgents with this, and then it just designates those that don't have a transponder. We hit the button. We can even go get in a dugout or whatever, and the Humvee sits there just killing everybody. And then I'm like, well, what about robots? You've got, and they're like, well, we're not going to get into the swords, which the public was just shown the last 6 years. But we even have even better stuff, but that's classified. And boy, I've talked to the troops. Boy, do they. I mean, they got stuff right out of Terminator. Heck, worse. I mean, we are in so much trouble. And the globalists are getting to the point where they don't even need the troops anymore. It's going to be self-aware robots and drones, and that's in the Washington Post. They're already testing them. There are already drones in the air that make the decision on who to kill. Stay with us. Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones. I'm looking for people that have the wisdom to spot savings, opportunity, and recognize risk. Saving means to make money. The Cal Ben Pure Soap Company can save you thousands of dollars and give you good old-fashioned real soaps that are triple concentrated and twice as good as what you're using now. Soaps made from vegetable and coconut oils that contain no useless dyes, perfumes, deodorants, or antibacterials. Your risk is the hundreds of hazardous toxic detergents that give you rashes, itching sores, and deteriorating clothing called lint. If you want something better, if you want something you've never had before, you have to do something you've never done before. Getting a free catalog is easy by calling 800-340-7091 or see Calvin on the web at 5starsoap.com. Take charge of your health now by calling 800-340-7091 or see Calvin on the web at 5starsoap.com. Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As we're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
They have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. Hi, this is Alex Jones. This holiday season, more than half of our nation is in need of help due to the shattered economy. So now is the time to express the holiday spirit more than ever. Consider helping those you love with the most important gift, a supply of delicious, easy-to-fix, and very storable foods from eFoodsDirect.com. Their holiday gift and family packs start at $99 for a 16-day supply, while their 5-week supply of quick and easy-to-fix meals includes a personal backpack in case of a grab-and-go emergency. Order their combo gift pack, and you'll save hundreds, plus get free shipping on your entire order. Call eFoods today at 800-409-5633 or visit them online at eFoodsDirect.com/Alex to find the special. That's 800-409-5633 or eFoodsDirect.com/Alex. You can bet your life on eFoods Direct.
He's the T-Rex of political talk. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
You're going to want to take notes today. I beg you to write down what we're going to cover, the basic points, and then go research it for yourself, because information of this incredible import, of this magnitude, is so important. I have said, Ron Paul has said, other constitutional scholars like Bruce Fein have said, Mr. Turley, constitutional scholar, has said, countless others have looked at this legislation that has passed the House and Senate that Obama says he'll sign, but hasn't yet. It's like the calm before the storm. He's hesitating, dropping the sword of Damocles and escalating this into a whole new level. And I think that's because there's a lot of behind-the-scenes jockeying in the power structure. Do they really want to give the president, because that's what this says, absolute power of Kim Jong-il? It says the president can kill any U.S. citizen they want. In fact, I meant to play that Turley clip from C-SPAN last night on the Nightly News. The guys got it ready, but we never played it. You guys go ask Stu to give you the Turley clip to play later in the hour. You'll know the one it is. I mean, this is on record. Kill any U.S. citizen in the U.S. or anywhere else anytime they want. No judge, no jury, no discussion, no need of proof, no one above the president. Absolute dictator. Now, Bush signed executive orders, and Congress went along with it, for PDD 51 and the accompanying other numbers to other federal agencies, because they had executive orders and presidential decision directives. The PDD is 51. There's an executive order that accompanies it, saying that for any crises, including economic or unnamed crises, the president can suspend Congress and run the entire U.S. government. So the presidency, though the presidency is a puppet position by the special interests, the big mega banks, Goldman Sachs, J.P. Morgan, a handful of others, the system is hesitating on this because I think even the global controllers are saying, should we actually give a president this much power? We already control them. The Congress already does whatever we say and are a bunch of tyrants. We've got dirt on all these people. Do we want to... Because, see, they've actually worked to weaken the office of the presidency in the public mind while strengthening the power that the unelected bureaucracy has under the executive. That's what Nixon was all about. Certainly not a good guy, but he was not a total globalist, and he was not going along with a lot of their operations, and it's come out. We've interviewed people that have gotten the documents, it's even in a lot of mainstream reports, that they decided to go ahead and leak stuff on him from the plumbers and the break-in at the Watergate to bring him down. And that's why you saw that happen, because the power structure wanted to bring down Richard Nixon and weaken the presidency. Bill Clinton was put in there to drag the presidency through the mud. So they want the power of a dictatorship, but they want it through the oligarchy, the plutocratic councils and combines to give the president this power. And this is not rhetoric. It is supreme dictator status. Even kings of old who said that they had their power as the divine right of blood, and the whole French Norman line believed they were descendant of Christ from Mary Magdalene. That's the whole Merovingian line. The Queen of England was sworn in, christened, coronated on the stone of Abraham, and believes that she is of the blood of Christ and all this stuff. These people think they're God. Even they had to issue some kangaroo reasons for why they were going to execute you or put you in the tower and sign an order. This says the president need not even tell anyone and can do whatever they want and not even have proof of anything. It is absolute dictatorship. It's Kim Jong-il level. And so Obama said he was going to sign it last Thursday and then last Friday, and then suddenly there were news articles, Obama's set to sign NDAA today, and then it was tomorrow, and then now people are saying, well, what's your statement? Are you going to sign it? Because Obama had said he wasn't going to sign it, but then his lawyers are like, because we don't need to have this signed. He already has this power. We'll kill U.S. citizens whenever we want. You saw those announcements. We'll arrest whoever we want. We'll spy on whoever we want. We'll do whatever we want. So we saw all of that unfolding. And then we learned, oh, Obama demanded the provision to arrest, kill, do whatever he wants, torture U.S. citizens. And so now something's going on here. And we'll continue to watch it very, very closely. Now, separately, integrating in with all of this, you've got Newsweek with the headline, governments, local governments armed by Homeland Security to wage war. Remember that headline yesterday? Preparing for war. I've got 3 other articles today where local governments with tanks, wheeled vehicles, machine guns, combat robots, training for war. And by the way, we've gotten the manuals. Al-Qaeda isn't in the manual. Okay, it's John Deere, cap wearing, overall wearing rednecks, good old boys, people that can skin a buck, run a trot line. You see the drones already targeting, people that, quote, are living on 3,000-acre farm compounds with their families and who, quote, want to be left alone and, quote, aren't paying their property tax. See, nobody's going to be able to pay their property tax except the 1/10 of 1% when they're done with this global depression. They're going to come take everything. And a lot of people are going to say, I'm going to sit here on my farm. It's paid off. The property tax is unconstitutional. Hadn't been around but the last 60 years. I'm not going to pay it. And they're going to send